As much as we like to play car parking multiplayer, we can all agree that it is more of a love-hate relationship with this game. On one hand, we enjoy this game with friends and we have some fun memories and time together, but on the other end, it is riddled with bugs and problems that can break the experience and discourage players from playing or taking the game seriously. In this video, I want to point just a few small problems that I think, if effort is put into fixing, could make the game slightly more tolerable to play. I am no expert developer, so I can't say just how hard these things are to implement, but I doubt these problems would take forever to fix or patch up. And of course, if you guys have any problems of your own that you think needs urgent attention, feel free to leave them in the comments and hope that the developers will have a keen eye and make these issues a priority to solve. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new as well. Also, it's been a while since I've showed some appreciation, so I would like to give a shout out to these awesome subscribers that keep watching and supporting the videos. If you'd like to appear in a future video, comment shout out down below and I'll try to pick you out. Now let's get started on these problems that we face in the game. The first thing I want to complain about is the lack of attention given to bugs and glitches on the map, whether it is missing toad textures or trees and artifacts floating in midair. This really breaks the immersion sometimes and make the game seems unfinished. I'm sure with some extra effort this can be resolved. Here are some prime examples of these bugs that makes the game look more like a joke instead of a proper car game. The next problem I have is the inconsistencies of car prices, and the fact that each update there is a chance for you to lose one of your precious cars. I have already lost my BMW M5 F90 during a beta update test. Remember that this car is for $3 here. Now check the store on the prices for money. So basically this BMW is not even valued as much as $200,000. Game currency. Very inconsistent pricing along with cars being expensive for coins on each update. They need a proper planned out market. This next issue I have is a bit more petty than the rest. It's the fact that cars now have doors with animations, but taxi passengers won't use them. We need this to be included as well to make the experience more believable. Why have doors and not use them? Another small problem is the fact that traffic cars can be on the roads, but we can't tap into this system for lane assist. They need to rework the lane assist feature and make it in line with the path that NPC traffic cars take so that we can make use of it. A more known problem in car parking multiplayer is the fact that a lot of cars by default have pretty bad handling. The stock COG of cars such as this Ferrari are terrible and make the car feel annoying to drive. We know that some cars should be harder to control than others, but not to this unrealistic degree. Speaking of unrealistic, the next problem involves the way objects are destroyed when you run into them. For example, light posts. It is okay for them to break, but for them to be falling apart from a gentle touch is pretty funny. I know that even big games have this problem, so I won't blame car parking multiplayer too much for this one. I just think it would be cool for them to add a limit on how much speed it takes to break certain objects, even though there is inconsistencies with some objects that look the same being unbreakable. This next problem is one I'm sure that other content creators have as well. That is the limit on the drone camera. Whenever you switch to drone mode, you have a short area in which the drone can go before it gets stuck on an invisible barrier. They should just make the drone camera a separate model that can fly anywhere you choose to with no restrictions. And since we all want to make amazing videos, this takes me to our next problem, which is the quality of the sky. Like, I understand that they want to prevent any more lag than we already have, but I'm sure they can get better and less pixelated photos for the sky. We can literally see the squares. Another problem that needs urgent attention is the bad latency in multiplayer lobbies. And I know this is not an issue with your internet speed. This is all a problem with the game itself, where cars will just start lagging when they are a certain distance from you or near you. This can make your recordings look very junky, and even when racing, it makes the results very questionable. If they could fix this one issue, it would make a world of difference in multiplayer. Even when not in multiplayer, there is still issues to bring up. One being the way how NPC people do not react to the world around them at all. They don't try to dodge your car, and you can't even hit them. They only talk to each other in some cases. They need to add more details in animations at least on how these people react to the world around them. They can do that before adding more detailed character models. And it is not only the ones that walk that could use some work. Even the driving NPC cars can use some improvements with how they operate and react to situations on the road. We have definitely come a long way from the older versions, but there is always room for improvement. And speaking of those NPC cars, even they have brighter headlights than my own cars. We need better lighting for the cars that we drive, especially lights on the cars with pop-ups. They are too dull and have no life in them. Staying on the topic of lights, a bug that I realized is that the lights won't shine on reflective surfaces in a realistic way unless you have clicked on the night sky option while in the game. Take a look at what I mean. The light doesn't reflect off objects like vehicles unless you're on the night sky. Another honorable mention is that the new feature to adjust the fog does not look right when it is nighttime. It seems to only reduce the contrast of objects and doesn't actually create a fog around you. Those were just the few problems that I think would be more influential to fix in a new update of car parking multiplayer. Let me know what you guys think down below, and as always, thanks for watching.